I've always wondered how you get a beautiful smoky fade like this, and this. I've tried different things. I've laid out my shirt in the sun, wet them, all kinds of stuff. But really, it can only come from wearing your shirt religiously. Just being out in the sun, sweating, and living in it. So I got an idea.
Shirt, it's one of my new favorites, but it needs a fade.
I'm going to be running and sweating in it for the next 30 days to get that perfect fade. Let's see what happens.
Alright guys, here goes day one. Get a good look at it. Hopefully after 30 days, it's gonna have a nice fade to it. Should we call it Operation Fade or Operation Keith Sweat? There's a name in there somewhere. Sweat for sweat. Operation Sweat Keith Sweat. That's it. Should I wash it every time I run? Or should I just let it be used? Like wash it, I'm thinking just regularly whenever wifey washes clothes.
In the beginning, I wanted it to fade so bad and fast that I would put it out to the community every day in hopes to get ideas to help accelerate the process.
My theory is that shirts are so faded because some dude was a gardener and he wore it every day, skipped a bunch of washes, and just really wore it in, you know, really just like lived in that. Operation Sweat Keith Sweat. No, that sounds disgusting. I'm not gonna be able to sell this shirt after. It's about 82 degrees right now, and it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun's right up overhead. I think it's best to go when the sun is like fully out. There's not much shade to dodge when I'm running. And if there is shade, I run around it. Might go into the street, but I'm very careful. I look both ways. I'm excited. Operation Fade, Run and Fade, Jog and Flog. Fuck, I don't know, there's a name in there somewhere. I did it, first day.
How was it, babe?
It was good. I mean, I wasn't uncomfortable, but it was cool.
It already looks more faded.
Really?
I swear.
Rena is the ultimate cheerleader for me, so she's like, I already see a fade. It's okay if after 30 days, there's no fade on this thing. What do you think about me using an $800 shirt to do it?
I mean, now that you tell me that, I forgot how much you paid for it.
I've seen this shirt sell for over $1,000. How does that make you feel?
I think it's gonna be worth 1.2 after you faded it. So I'm all for it, baby.
Should we wash or let it sweat up a little bit?
Well, if you wash it, it gets more faded.
You think so?
I think so, but maybe let it hang out and wash it like once a week.
On this first run, we'll just do running and let it get as sweaty as possible. I think at least 2 days. Because my idea is that shirts are that faded because some construction worker or gardener wore it every day.
Sweat does definitely help it.
So I'm gonna maybe go 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Whenever you wash dark, let me know. Okay. And then we'll wash it. Okay, cool. This thing is pretty damp from the sweat, which is just what we want. I need this thing to dry, but I don't want it to dry in the house because I don't want it to stink up the house. So I'm gonna hang it out here, not in the sun, because that's the whole reason why I'm fading things this way. Because when I've tried to fade shirts by hanging them in the sun, laying them flat in the sun, it's always done this weird fade where like it's like a crease goes over it because the wind blew and now it's got a weird fade. Or if I lay it flat, it's not as faded here on the sides. Or if I hang it from a hanger, it's got this really nasty sharp fade along where the hanger goes. So I'm gonna hang it in the shade just to dry. Once it dries, after hopefully like in an hour or two, then I'll bring it back in, fold it, put it somewhere where I don't think it's gonna stink up the house so I can wear it again for tomorrow's run. Are you gonna dry the shirt there? You don't wanna stink the house up, huh?
Oh, you dumb kid.
Okay, thank you, Lauri. Bye. Peace.
See you next time.
It's almost 100 degrees out here. The sun is right above us. It's about 2, 3 o'clock right now. So let's make the most of it.
Oh, I've been seeing Chris out there trying to fade that shirt to gray. Kind of inspired me to jump out there myself. I just got this one nice and black. I'm gonna sweat it out for 30 days and see what happens. Let's go.
What I didn't realize was that it was going to be a fitness movement for myself and others. I wasn't expecting to inspire others.
Today I had to. Like I said, it's 100 degrees today. It's about 2, 3 o'clock. I feel my mouth getting really dry. I don't know if that's a sign of dehydration, but I got probably another quarter mile before I get home, and I'm trying to make it. Don't try this at home unless you're, already trained for this. I work out regularly, so I'm built for this, I've built myself up for this over the past 2 years, working out consistently and intensely. But today's something else, so it shows you it can happen to even the most fit. I'm 35 years old, so that might factor in, but I don't know, man. I feel pretty strong. Alright guys, so one thing that we gotta be careful for as we fade this shirt is that we don't get a crazy tan line. Just like it looks like I'm wearing a t-shirt even when I'm not. To offset that, what we're gonna do is every day we're gonna do yoga in the sun. So yoga in the sun in addition to the jog with the shirt on. Adrena just told me it's laundry day, so after 4 days of jogging in this thing, it's finally gonna get a much needed wash. I think we should throw it in the dryer because the dryer adds extra friction to the fabric instead of a hang dry. Adrena, I need my shirt. Did you wash my shirt?
It just finished drying, actually.
It's gonna go from the dryer straight back out to the streets. Where's it at? I'm about to give up. Oh, there it is. Wow, it's nicely faded already. I could tell. I'm clean up here. I knew that running in the middle of a Southern California summer was going to be brutal, but I wanted the utmost sun exposure to get the shirt to fade.
Jog at a steady pace. I don't go too hard. I like to go hard, but I don't go hard on a 100-degree day.
I felt I had built an aptitude for running in extreme heat since I was a regular trainer and I hydrated often. My plan was to drink lots of water with electrolytes and minerals and get good rest to accompany what I was going to put my body through. I even started noticing a slight fade on the shirt. Everything seemed to be sailing pretty smoothly, and then I got terrible news. I was going right along with day 8 of the Fit Fade Challenge when I got some terrible news. I learned that my cousin, who was like a brother to me, passed, and that I was never going to see him again. And one thing about losing someone that close is that there's nothing really that you want to do. You don't want to do anything. You want to just lay there. And I definitely just fell into a deep depression and found it hard to do anything. I couldn't find the motivation to do all the things that I do kind of instinctually. There's a lot of things that I can do for motivation. There's a lot of techniques that I use on myself to keep myself motivated, but when you lose someone like that, they don't work because a part of you doesn't want to move on. A part of you doesn't want to get motivated, and like you feel guilty. You feel bad moving on from them. I know my cousin, the legacy he leaves behind needs me to keep being who I am for my family, and I want to do that, but it's just so hard. I'm thankful that I have my family, my wife and my kids to be there as my anchor and be a motivator for me that is beyond anything that I could do for myself. They just are, and they are my life, and they're my reason to keep going always. I don't know what I'd do without them. I don't know what I'd do without them in this situation. I was gutted and still am. I had to take 2 weeks to anchor my sanity, gather my thoughts, and assess how I wanted to move forward. If I even did want to move forward. I knew I would encounter obstacles in this 30-day challenge, but I wasn't expecting the loss of a loved one. This challenge taught me about persevering for the memory of those we love. As easy as it was to want to give up and give in to my grief, I felt empowered to push forward with his memory to inspire and motivate me. I just went for my first jog, first any exercise activity since last Monday when I got the news that my cousin had passed. I haven't done any exercise activity since last Monday when I got the news that my cousin passed. If you know me, you know that's very uncharacteristic of me. I
hit the gym or do some kind of physical activity daily, but just haven't had the energy for it. Haven't had the energy for it at all, actually. It's been a lot of sleepless nights, afternoon wake-ups. Part of living out what I know he wants for the family, part of that is taking care of the family. So I know I gotta pick myself back up, get to work, do what I gotta do to take care of my fam and others. So figured I'd go get some sun, get some exercise in, exhaust myself a little bit. Hopefully I could get some sleep tonight and just get to respecting my cousin's legacy and doing what I think he would have wanted me to do. So
I've been watching you.
The Catherine.
You've been watching me.
alright, y'all, I think this is day 18, 19, something like that. Threw on this tee fresh out the wash. We threw it in the dryer, but it didn't fully dry, so I wore it out today. A little damp, but I think that's all right, because I don't see how that could affect what I'm trying to do negatively. If anything, it might help accelerate. I actually had a couple people suggest that to me, wear it wet in the sun. You know, I don't think this is affecting us negatively. What is affecting me negatively is I think it may be time for some new shoes. I don't know if it's because I've been running consecutive days, but my shin and my calf area are very sore. Actually, I'm walking right now what I usually would be running because my legs are hurting. So to me, usually that means time to get some new shoes. I may have worn these in already. They lasted a good amount. There's a brand called Run that I've been hearing good things about, but the one that I think I'm gonna go with is the ones that Drina got. She got those, you know, those toe shoes for each individual toe. She said she could run like a savage in those, so I think those might be the next move. Drina, my legs were hurting on the jog right now.
Well, I think it's the shoes.
Once my legs are hurting,
Yeah.
I gotta get new shoes.
No, I've been telling you about my ancestral shoes, the toe shoes. I do CrossFit and I jog and I lift and I mean.
Okay, I need a pair.
So I'm buying you those ancestral shoes, okay?
I do need a pair.
Shoes.
All right, where do we get them?
Online.
How long will that take?
I got mine when I ordered them in less than 2 weeks.
That's not gonna work. There's no store we can go get them at?
No. We have to, that's fine, babe. Let's just order them online, switch up your shoes, and you're gonna start working out with them. You're gonna start going to CrossFit with me anyway, so I want you to have those regardless. So we have to get those. We're getting them.
But how am I gonna do the fit challenge? I'm on day 19.
I mean, take a break and then change your shoes into other ones in the meantime.
The other shoes that I have, they hurt. Oh, damn. Am I gonna have to get new shoes and the Ancestrals?
You need one. I think they're both good to have it. The toe shoes are good for working on the other ones. Get some trainers for you to like wear in, like to be in.
Okay. Somebody burned ash into one of my shirts that I had laid out here in the backyard. I don't know who did it, but I'm just gonna guilt trip each one of them right now. Trina, there's an ash hole in my shirt. Did you do this?
Baby, I swear.
You did this.
And I wasn't out here alone. Baby, I'm truly like, I'm really heartbroken right now. So please don't do this to me.
I paid $800 for the shirt.
I know how much those shirts mean.
It's part of the Fit Fade Challenge. This is the one that I was doing the experiment on.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
Yo, there's a huge ash hole in my shirt. Which one of you guys did it?
I think it was all of us.
Yeah.
Britt, you know how much these shirts cost. Why would you
Pretty sure
do
it would have
that?
been me because I was sitting the furthest away, and I'm a lefty, number one. So I'm ashing and hitting this way. So it's either him or Andrina for sure.
Bro, I paid
was right next to you.
I paid $800 for this t-shirt, and now it has a hole in it.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. My
So
bad.
what solutions do you have for this? What do you think we should do?
All I can do is pay you.
Britt, I think you need to go half with him, because this is ridiculous. Look, it's right center in the back. Like, this is my business, Britt.
On camera.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding, guys. I swear I'm doing a prank video.
I heard that you said it was Andrina. It was not. I was standing up. You guys had it. You guys had it.
I just got back from the gym, and I was gonna actually skip the run today because I didn't have shoes, but we ordered these on Amazon, and we got that Prime membership, so they come like next day. Right, I was gonna hop in the shower right now and get ready for going live, but I mean, if we got them, I guess we gotta go for the run. Open these things up.
Babe, please show your shoes.
Dude, look at that.
Oh, those are sick.
Dude, yeah, so I partnered with them. This is a special 1980 colorway. I wanted to go with the splatter. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, these look really sick. And let me try these on. special socks. Guys, don't worry, my toes are not smashed and broken. That's just how these socks go. So what do you say is the technique for putting on these socks?
You have to individually, yeah, you can't just slip on your socks. You have to literally put one in at a time.
All right, so the socks were a little weird to put on. They take a little bit of concentrating. You gotta stop and try to put them on. But the shoes actually slip on pretty easily. Yeah, that's weird. I can feel my toes like spread.
I know, it's really cool.
All right, let's do this.
Your toes are gonna be sore for sure.
Toes will be sore, but a good sore, right?
But meaning that you used your whole foot when you're running.
We are ready to go. Oh, these feel
How do you
so
feel?
Crazy. All right, let me go grab the shirt and we're off for our first run.
Okay.
The fit is too crazy.
I love it. You look great.
How was it? It's pretty hard.
I know. Isn't it hard to grip?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so a couple things. So it wasn't, I didn't feel like I could run faster. It was very awkward from the jump, but I think it could be because I need to get used to them. Also, I just finished leg day and it was a crazy leg day. My calves were all like weak, so I think that may be what affected me. There is a crazy heat wave going on right now. It's about 101 degrees outside. There's a damn fire going on over in Santa Clarita, not too far from here. And it's gonna reach up to like 110 today. It's a little bit after 12, maybe 1 p.m. So the sun is right over us and I'm dreading this run. But we got 5 more days and I wanna just get through it, yo. I wanna get through it. Do not try this at home, guys. If you're gonna go running when it's that hot, just make sure that you drink a lot. You gotta be a pro. Me, I like to fancy myself a pro. So I'm gonna go for this run. Couple things that we do is if it gets too hot, we stop, we walk, phone on us. Siri, can you please call wifey? Come pick me up if I have to do it. But I'm feeling pretty brave, man. Honestly, I'm like marathon status right now. I think I'm ready to run a marathon. I'm really starting to see a fade today. And I don't think it's just the washing, because this shirt has been washed 3 times and it never faded, which is why I was like, I gotta do something drastic to fade this thing. Came up with this idea of doing the 5th fade challenge. Now it's been washed 3 times since I started. And I think the first real day that I started to see a really definitive fade in this shirt was today, this morning. And I haven't washed this since this weekend. Today's already Wednesday. So I feel like the strongest factor in fading this tee hasn't been washing it, it's been jogging in it. It's either the sun hitting it or the sweat dyeing it, bleaching it, you know? I sweat the most when I stop running. So I kind of chill once I get back from my jog, just letting the shirt soak up all sweat. I know what you're thinking, that's gross, but once you wash this thing, you don't even smell it. It smells clean. But no, I'm not a heavy sweater and I don't wear deodorant. So like there's no crusties. That's one thing, there's no risk of crustiness or like stains or anything like that. If you're a heavy sweater, I guess that's good for you because you're gonna really douse your shirt. But I would say maybe don't wear deodorant so you don't get all that crusty shit. When I do wear deodorant, I wear like an all natural one by, what's the company called? Native. I wear Native, so maybe that helps, but yeah, especially if you're wearing vintage tees, valuable t-shirts, you don't want them crusting up whether you're doing this challenge or not. This is like my little hot corner right here. For some reason it gets so hot in this corner. So sometimes I'll just respond to DMs, do some phone work, look at TikToks or Reels just right here in this corner and just let myself ooze sweat. Every vintage shirt has been sweated in by somebody else, but you just wash that thing and it's fine. Then when I've had enough, I take this off, ball it up, let it really just get soaked up in that sweat, and just leave it right there for like an hour or till I remember. Come back and then I'll lay it out flat so it's able to dry for tomorrow. Now, if you want to resell it, you can still resell it. Just wash that thing. It's not like I'm gonna sell it in that condition all balled up. And yeah, man, I haven't gotten no skin bacteria or, the shirt is just fading. That's all. The only thing that's happening. It's not stinky once I wash it. It's good. It's literally just fading. All right, guys. Day 30. This is the day we've all been waiting for. This is the fade. This is 4 washes. I haven't washed it in a week. I've jogged in it every day. It's even like stiff from how sweaty it is. This shirt even has it's not even fully black. Like this shirt was even darker than this one when I first got it. You remember that? It was like jet black. And now look at the difference.
So it worked. It wasn't just the sun, it was also the sweat that contributed to the fade. In the beginning of my hypothesis, I said you can only achieve these smooth, smoky fades that you see on vintage tees by living in them over years. Now I know that this is true, because of what I was able to do in just 30 days. You know when you find an old t-shirt and you wonder how it got that fade or those cool holes? Well, I can tell you that story about mine. Next time you find a shirt with cool wear to it, you'll know that that shirt has a story too. A 30-day challenge is a commitment. A lot can happen in 30 days. Things that will take you away from that commitment. I learned that what you hope to achieve in those 30 days sometimes isn't as important as what you overcome in those 30 days. I went in just wanting to fade a shirt and came out feeling more confident in my fitness journey and ready to take on more challenges. These are things that I got after 30 days in addition to a sweet fade on my t-shirt.
I know I go,